How are you?
Hi, everybody.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Today is a very, very slow news day, right? So I'm on any other day, I probably wouldn't have went live because there's really not that much to talk about. But I had to go live today because I had to run an ad, and now I forgot to download the ad. What is so I'm just up here.
Yeah.
This is a mess, people. This is a mess. But I guess the show goes on.
Yep.
What are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about Bryan. Did you hear an echo?
It's probably the rain.
Okay.
I don't hear echo.
It's a bad day here today in Vegas. It's gray. It's rainy. It's cold. It's hardly ever like this. I mean, in the winter it is. But anyway, so we're going to talk about Bryan Kohberger, the Idaho Slayer. And he went in front of an Idaho judge today. That's going to be a new trial I'm going to cover. They're calling him the new Ted Bundy. He really is just mad, out of his mind. Then we're going to talk about Prince Harry and William, fist fighting over Meghan.
Wow.
He has a new book out. I can't. Just what I think I can't take anymore. And it's starting to look like what you kind of alluded to before, Perry, a civil rivalry. It's insane. I don't even know how you recognize that. Then we're going to talk about Andrew Tate, the guy that is the influencer that got arrested a couple weeks ago for human trafficking. And then we're going to talk about Tokyo Toni was on live and got into an argument with her husband. It went astray really, really quick. It was absolutely insane. Okay, so let's start out with Bryan Kohberger. Perry, I didn't even go over with you what we're going to talk about today because I don't expect to be on here long.
Yeah.
But have you heard about him?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's the guy responsible for taking the lives of 4 college students in Moscow, Idaho. They're really describing him as the new Ted Bundy. So many similarities to Ted Bundy. It isn't funny. He's college educated. As a matter of fact, he is a current student. He was until his arrest at Washington State University. He's getting a PhD in criminology justice. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. I'm going to turn my speaker down because I keep thinking I hear a echo. Okay. That's better. He is a criminal justice major. He is what you would call on paper smart, but not really. You know what I mean?
Right.
Psycho, okay, out of his mind. What else did he do? He would try to trick people. Have you heard about him posting stuff on Reddit, asking people to help them figure out how a criminal mind works and giving surveys and stuff like that? A real nut job, okay?
Wow.
Those people are crazy. And didn't I come on here a couple weeks ago and say, we don't have too many serial killers anymore. Wrong.
You lied.
I mean, it's just, and he's 28. You have so much to live for at 28. But I guess a sick mind is just that, a sick mind. Anyway, he went in front of a judge today. And this is what's tripping everybody out on social media. So there was details of the case coming out. He went in front of an Idaho judge today. And one of the surviving witnesses, now check this out, kind of described what happened from her point of view that night. She says that she heard somebody cry. She was asleep. She heard someone crying. She peeked out the room. Let me read this because I don't want to get this wrong. It says, after the arrest of suspected Kayer, Bryan Kohberger, the court filings showed just how much information investigators had on the suspect, including how one of the surviving roommates literally saw the man inside the house the night of the Canes. In the recent obtained court files, Dylan Mortensen, this is her name, says she woke up around 4 a.m. to what she heard sounded like Haley, one of the victims, playing with her dog in one of the third floor bedrooms. A short time later, the roommate said she heard who she thought was Haley saying something to the effect of, "There's somebody here." Okay. She stayed on the second floor. She looked out the window, but didn't see anything when she heard that comment. She opened the door for a second time when she thought she heard was crying coming from her room. Then she heard a male voice say something to the effect that, "It's okay, I'm going to help you." Now, I don't want to judge these women, okay? Because you never know what you would do, and people don't expect things like this to happen. But if I heard a person's voice that I hadn't heard before and crying, I would be alarmed, okay? They said she opened the door again when she heard continuous crying. Then she saw a figure in a mask.
Mm.
I would lose it. I would lose it. She describes him as 5'10" or taller, not very muscular, athletically built with bushy eyebrows. She froze in shock because she sees somebody in her house in a mask.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I would do. Then she said she froze, and the man walked right past the sliding door. After that, she locked herself in the room with the other survivor, because there's 2 survivors and then 4 people who lost their lives. And she didn't call the cops until the following morning. Everyone's tripping out. I know.
Right.
I don't want to judge her because this is very sensitive.
Could she have been in shock?
She said she was in shock.
Right.
I would be in shock too.
Right.
But if I see him, he doesn't notice me, he walks past me. You're in a damn mask.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to judge her.
I'm just saying, if you go into shock, some people go into shock where they can't speak or maybe can't even think.
But she closed the door.
Well, I mean, that could be a reflex. I'm just saying, I mean, yeah. I mean, certain things are reflexes too.
That's
Maybe.
what's going on. Anyway, let's hear what he had to say in front of a judge.
Kohberger, I am going to advise you of the rights that you have in this case. I am going to go over the criminal complaint with you, and then we're going to discuss setting the matter for further hearing. You have the following rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. Count 2 alleges that you committed the felony offense of murder in the first degree. It alleges that the defendant, Bryan C. Kohberger, on or about November 13th, 2022, kill and murder Madison Mogen, a human being, by stabbing Madison Mogen, from which she died. The maximum penalty for this offense, if you were to plead guilty or be found guilty, is death or imprisonment for life. Do you understand?
Yes.
Count 3 alleges that you committed the felony offense of murder in the first degree. It alleges that the defendant, Bryan C. Kohberger, on or about November 13th of 2022, and kill and murder Kaylee Gonsalves, a human being, by stabbing Kaylee Gonsalves, from which she died. Maximum penalty for that offense, if you plead guilty or are found guilty, is death and or imprisonment for life. Do you understand?
Yes.
The defendant, Bryan C. Kohberger, on or about November 13th of 2022, kill and murder Xana Kernodle, a human being, by stabbing Xana Kernodle, from which she died. The maximum penalty for that offense, if you plead guilty or are found guilty, is up to death and or imprisonment for life. Do you understand?
Yes.
That the defendant, Bryan C. Kohberger, on or about November 13th of 2022, kill and murder Ethan Chapin, a human being, by stabbing Ethan Chapin, from which he died. If you plead guilty or are found guilty, is up to death and imprisonment for life. Do you understand?
Yes.
The no contact orders for a period of 2 years. Right. Thank you. We are adjourned.
So that's pretty much what happened in court today. You know what else strikes me is he looks so normal.
Yeah.
You know, you would think somebody with, I don't know, shaggy hair, unkept, and he speaks normal. He is, I hate to say this, a spitting image of Ted Bundy. Look at this picture of these two side by side. Jeez. Same cold eyes, same build, just creepy, you know.
Wow.
But you know, goes again, is you cannot judge people on looks.
No.
You cannot judge people on looks. And as normal as he looks, he's got a sick mind. Okay, he's very sick individual, just sick. And I can't imagine if I lost my life at 21 or 20.
Yeah.
Because of some sicko. It's just a mess. It's just a mess. Anyway, also today they talked about in court how they discovered his DNA on a knife, on the like a knife carrier. I'm going to show you it in a second. I wanted to say, here, let me go ahead and show that.
Hey guys, this is John. This is a Marine K-bar. If you've been following the Idaho case and read the arrest warrant, the probable cause affidavit, whatever, said they found the DNA of the suspect on the button. That's what it looks like. K-bar, USMC with the Eagle Globe and anchor. And those of you that said that the suspect would have scratches, look, this don't leave scratches, okay? If his hand slipped and went down this, it's going to leave some bad cuts. So I think he had on some type of gloves, but he's stupid and he left this on the bed. And then from what I understand, he went back to try to get it. So that's what the sheath looked like.
Wow.
He left DNA on the buckle, not even the knife, on the
Right.
buckle.
Damn.
Just crazy. Now, here's another case I'm going to cover, you guys. I love trials. Okay. Oh, and through the grace of God, you won't believe who else is covering this case. Emily D. Baker. So I get to ask her all the questions. You know what I mean? How I always hit her up. I get to ask her any questions if I'm confused. This man, it's just sad. That's all I can say. It's just sad, and can't wait till trial begins so we can just find out what actually happened. It's just sad. Anyway, so that's what happened on the that case. Now let's talk about Tokyo Toni. Okay, so somebody sent me this. You know how I get stuff all day long. Someone sent me this tape of Tokyo Toni. Now, Tokyo goes on her social media for hours. I'm telling you, like, she's cooking, she's eating, she's smoking, she's driving. Like, I had to unsubscribe. That's how much she goes on long hours. Just, oh my God. I don't like that kind of a person that streams like for hours. But last night, I guess it was a normal stream. And then all of a sudden she started arguing with her husband, like an embarrassment arguing, right? And don't forget, if you put anything on social media for half a second, someone's grabbed the tape. Doesn't it always work like that?
Yeah.
Someone has grabbed the tape. So they said, this is what happened last night. And then this morning on the Shade Room, I seen the follow-up to explain what goes on, what happened. And it looked like these two actually broke up online.
Damn.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I guess that's the way to do it.
She said she was embarrassed the next day, but what can you do? It's the next day. Let's take a look at it.
The devil. I knew I was, but I wasn't quite sure. But I found out he was the devil. I'm not going back up them steps for nothing. Your fucking face. You keep playing with me. I'm gonna put it in your fucking mouth. I'm gonna pull it out your fucking ass. You fucking loser. You fucking. I ain't God, bitch, but I serve him. Who do you serve? Who do you serve? Who do you serve? Who do you serve?
I serve Lord Jesus Christ. I pray when I pray every night. Just because I don't pray for you or with me and you. You pray, motherfucker. You don't pray for me. You talk all that. I don't care about your internet.
Demon.
That's your problem.
Listen
Ain't
to
nobody
the
no
demon.
The Lord Jesus Christ is my Savior. I'm not worried
No,
about
it ain't. No, it ain't, y'all. I
Because
swear to
you
God.
say so?
No, it ain't. Because I
Because
know it
you
ain't.
say
It's given.
Whatever, girl.
You fucking idiot.
Girl, whatever.
You a weirdo. Get the
Girl,
fuck.
you a fucking weirdo.
You better get the fuck away from
What
me.
you gonna hit me with?
I'm gonna bust you in your motherfucking
Hit me in
head.
my fucking face.
I'm gonna bust you.
For what? For what? I'm not. This is motherfucker talking about. I'm standing here. Motherfucker, I hate your ass.
I'm gonna get you fucked up.
Motherfucker,
Come on, you gonna get you. I'm gonna get you fucked up. I'm gonna get you fucked up. I'm gonna get you fucked. Hold up, y'all. I'm gonna fucking bust his ass. You gonna get fucked up. You gonna get fucked up. I'm gonna get them niggas to beat your ass. Come and beat your ass, you sorry ass bitch. You're a sorry bitch. You're a sorry bitch. I'll do it. I'll kick you in your face like I did before and beat your ass. So I did. I'll kick your ass. I bloodied your
Damn.
eye. No, no,
It was
no.
bad.
Your shit was bleeding, bitch. You a bitch. You a bitch. You signed papers, bitch. You ain't a clearance. A clearance.
A top secret.
What the top secret clearance got to do with me putting your wife on paper?
Motherfucker,
You a
because if I
bitch.
put my hands on you,
Shut
like
the
you
fuck
said
up.
you was gonna call, motherfucker, I lose my clearance.
You know that. Get your money up. Get your motherfucking money up, bitch. Where is that? Ho? Ow mouth. Yeah, because I pay everything. Yeah, you fucking faggot ass dick sucking bitch. Put them heels on if I make you wear them.
Damn.
Where your career
It's
at?
bad.
Where's that? Where's it at? Where's your career at? Where's your career? Where's it? Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, bitch. I do everything right here. I take care of you, you faggot. You sorry ass fuck. You fucking faggot. That's why you fuck with me again, because you thought you was gonna get it going on, didn't you? Try me. Try me. Bitch, I pay this shit around here, ho. You dick sucking bitch.
Well, my God.
And just like that, that's the end of the relationship.
Well,
She had the camera
yeah,
in her hand. She knew it was rolling. What
that was
happened?
enough. Dick sucking bitch.
She did.
What the hell is going on up in here? You know what I'm saying?
It was
Like,
really,
damn.
really bad. She
Called him
and
out.
it was the final straw. She came on the next day and said that she was embarrassed and she needed a place to stay. Listen,
I thought she paid everything.
that's what she
I
said.
thought that's what she said.
Let me read this really quick. Miss Redhead says, I work in a unit with 6 young men with all diagnosis of being psychopaths plus other things. They look as normal as she's talking about that Bryan guy.
Yeah.
He's really scary because he looks so normal and probably can hold a good conversation, but he's sick as he can be. Anyway, so now Tokyo went on the next day and was asking for a place to stay and needing help. That's what she said.
Well, it don't matter what it is. You know, to move in tomorrow if I can. Or Wednesday or Thursday next week. Whatever. Got a townhouse, holler at me. I need a townhouse or a single family home. No more than $2,000 a month. I can't do it after that. Well, I could, but bitch, no. I need some room to breathe and think. Thank you. Holler at me.
Do you feel
Damn.
bad for her?
Huh?
Do you feel bad for her?
She cursed him out. What the hell? Like, what? It was a video. I didn't see him walk in the room and touch her or do anything to her.
Well, I mean,
She just went on a verbal assault.
she did. She really
Dick
did.
sucking bitch. All
But
this
some people
things
just
she
get
said about-
that mad, you know. Hey, Trav, she can't stand her daughter, so no one has a chance. I mean, everybody's feeling sorry for the husband.
Shit.
I feel bad for her. It went down on in front of everybody.
Right. But at a certain point, you know you online because you saying, look, I'm about ready to whip his ass. So it's not like he forgot you was online.
Yeah.
Some people
It
think they
was
could just pop
bad.
off and do all this shit. You know, I don't know. It's crazy.
She was back online the next day. Okay, so that's the story. Now let's move on to Harry and Hey, Freddie. Hey, Freddie. Tokyo needs to go to a psych ward. Hi, Freddie. Okay, I'm so glad you're here because we're going to talk about the Brits. So they don't call him Prince Harry anymore. It's the Duke of Sussex. There, I got it. He is releasing a tell-all book. Now, I'm really starting to get to the point, what more can you tell? Like,
Right.
we've heard enough, whatever. But he has some serious allegations here. So he's saying that his brother and his brother's staff, hold on, I got a couple super chats. How do you talk like that with nowhere to go?
I don't know. I mean, I heard her say,
no one's feeling bad for Tokyo.
I pay for everything around here. I'm gonna whip your ass, you sucking bitch.
He can't go to the office party after that.
No.
I hope she's, I don't know. Everybody's crazy today that we're talking about. So back to Prince Harry and Prince William. Oh, Duke of Sussex. So he's releasing another book. But in this book, it's kind of interesting because I thought I've heard all that I can hear. I don't want to hear any more about Prince Harry and all of that mess, that psycho mess you guys got going on. But it's quite from a different take. He's saying that the person responsible for leaking bad information about Meghan to the press is his brother, the future king.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I guess he confronted him about it. They were arguing about Meghan. The argument gets heated and it turned into a physical attack. Now, this is Buckingham Palace. Okay. This isn't like, you know,
they can fight.
Somebody
they can fight. Look, they can fight at Buckingham.
No, but I mean, come on, where it's getting physical.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes the shit gonna have to get physical. That man feel like you've been dropping this shit on my wife all the time, being jealous of me. Say one more word to me.
You said you felt like civil rivalry was going on, and that's what it pretty much is sounding like. He's also saying, remember when he dressed up for a party as a Nazi?
Uh-huh.
And everybody was like, come on, read the room. It's not cool when Lisa Rinna does it. It's not cool when Harry does it. He's saying that his brother and his wife, what's her name, Kate Middleton, encouraged him to do it. Wow. So he's saying that his brother's always trying to sabotage him. This is crazy.
It could be.
It's crazy. Listen to a little bit of the clip.
Know how staying silent is ever going to make things better.
Wouldn't your brother say to you, Harry, how could you do this to me? After everything we went through, wouldn't that be what he would say?
He'd probably say all sorts of different things.
Some people will say, you have railed against invasions of your privacy all your life. But the accusation will be, here are you invading the privacy of your most nearest and dearest without permission. That'll be the accusation.
That'll be the accusation from the people that don't understand or don't want to believe that my family have been briefing the press.
I mean, the headline is clearly Harry's description of this fight he had with William, which ended with insults being thrown and William pushing him over, so he was cut on his back when he landed on the floor. I mean, one of the saddest things to come out of it actually is a recounting of a conversation that was had, I think, at Prince Philip's funeral. Sort of Prince Charles standing between Harry and William, sort of begging his sons not to make his final years what he called a misery, which I think it's just really sad when you think about it. I mean, if you want a lighter side, one of the things that a lot of people commented on is the fact that the brothers call each other Willie and Harold, which sort of makes it sound like this is all happening in a sort of 1970s sitcom rather than a modern day England and the royal family.
There's also an allegation that William and Kate encouraged him to wear that Nazi uniform to the costume party in 2005, isn't there?
Yeah, he sort of says he had the Nazi uniform and another option and didn't know what to wear, so phoned them up and said, what should I wear? And they both said, yeah, go for it. I mean, the thing about that, actually, what's striking about that isn't that whether his brother and his brother's wife advised him badly. It's the fact that that's not far off 20 years ago. It clearly still rankles with him that he got dragged over the coals for it and he feels it wasn't all his fault.
It's insane, Perry. They're
well, Sharrell, so that picture was William and Harry, right?
Yeah.
See, if you look at his eyes, William probably could have slapped the shit out of Harry right there because
no,
it looked
Perry,
like.
Can you imagine?
No. I'm saying because Harry had. Go back to that picture. You'll see Harry had more badges.
Well, I do suspect there's some kind of animosity there, but it could be his wife, Meghan.
Right. Huh? What?
It could be that he doesn't like Meghan so much. I don't know. It's just all
It
it's
could be,
confusion.
or it could be William's wife, Claire, hating on Meghan so much that she go to William and get him fired up. I don't know.
It's crazy. No, Perry, what would we do if Joe Biden's son, if Hunter was fist fighting and pushing people on the ground and down the stairs in the White House? They're supposed to be royalty. It's insane. They're no better than Tokyo. It's going down. They're cussing each other out. Oh, and then he said this. This was interesting. He said that King Charles made him take a DNA test because he wasn't sure if Harry was his child.
Damn.
Is it crazy?
My God.
It's crazy. They pushed Princess Diana down the stairs. So I put nothing past that family. They pushed Princess Diana. You mean Princess Diana threw herself down the stairs when she was like depressed and not wanting to live anymore? That's what I heard. I don't know. It's a mess. It's a mess.
Sound like they could have a pay-per-view at Buckingham.
I mean, it's going down at Buckingham Palace. But okay, so now they're all pointing the fingers at each other, and you did this and you did that, and the king keeps getting mad. Do you see reconciliation in the future, Perry?
Nope.
For the rest of their life, they're just going to keep fighting?
I think so. I mean, and now this fighting shit probably came way before Meghan, is what I'm trying to say.
But at some point, we just can't keep fighting over the
Some
same
people do.
topics.
Some people go their whole life and never make up, Sharrell.
You don't see, why isn't somebody stepping in? Why isn't the king saying enough?
Do it seem like it's getting better or worse?
No, it's getting worse
If
every
you
day.
start slamming somebody, slapping somebody, kicking them in the ass, it's not getting no better.
It's not getting better. But it can't go on like this. I can't take it. It cannot go on like this. Something has to give.
I'm here for it.
Oh my God. All right. That's crazy. I don't know. It's just a mess. It's not getting any better. Everybody, both sides are getting angrier and angrier. It is a mess. Now let's talk about our last topic today, which is Andrew Tate. Perry, are you familiar with who he is?
Not at all.
Okay, he's an influencer that just got arrested a couple weeks ago for human trafficking. Okay, he kidnaps women, lures them to his house, and then puts them into human trafficking. This whole, okay, so we did a thing with the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills in which Diana Jenkins was allegedly into sex trafficking too.
Mm-hmm.
This is real. People, it's getting bad. Listen, we got an influencer who's on social media every day, like me and you.
Right.
But things are going down in the basement.
Right. So, I mean, yeah, I don't, yeah.
He's taking women against their will.
And then is he selling them down in the basement or
he's forcing them to do acts and making videos of them? They said he's hiring people, him and his brother.
Wow.
When he found out that the government was onto him, he fled to his country. I believe they said it's Romania. I don't know. I got a clip. And he was still on social media talking trash to people on the internet. And something happened. They delivered a pizza to his house. And the FBI seen that it was Romania, and they went and arrested him there.
Wow.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's absolutely insane.
It's a sick ass.
The reason I'm going to follow this case is because human trafficking is getting very, very bad here in the United States. The high concentrated areas would be Houston and Florida, and they're getting bold and blazing about it. I want to show you guys this. Take a look. They are kidnapping women in broad daylight. They don't even wait for night anymore. Broad daylight.
Damn.
Remember the story about the napkin that they put in between the opening of the door on the car?
Yeah.
If they have to drug you to kidnap you, that's what they're going to do. If they have to plan and watch you and sneak up on you, that's what they're going to do. Take a look at this in broad daylight.
Brutal violence associated with human trafficking play out in public. A passerby notices the man dragging the 17-year-old girl by her hair to the car, throw her into the open passenger side door and close it. She quickly opens it and
Broad daylight.
Damn.
Broad daylight. Women, we got to be careful. We have to be careful. They already warned us about the poison on the napkins. So if you see a foreign object on what looks like a tissue, don't you touch it. Don't touch it. It goes in through your skin and into your system. It's just insane. It's high here in Vegas. They said that they're taking people off the strip.
Damn.
And putting them into, women, please be careful. Protect yourself. Don't trust anybody you don't know. If you know this person and they're still shady, don't trust them. Protect yourself. Here, let me play this really quickly, Perry, so you could see who he is and how we're going to follow this trial.
One is now asking is, why was Andrew Tate actually arrested, and what evidence do they have? Firstly, the facet of the Romanian government which he and his brother were arrested by is the Directorate for Investigating Organized Crime and Terrorism. The prosecutor confirmed that the arrests were made on suspicion of 3 things: human trafficking, rape, and forming an organized crime group. They arrested 4 suspects: Andrew and Tristan Tate, a former policewoman, and 1 other unnamed individual. The prosecutor said the 4 suspects appear to have created an organized crime group with the purpose of recruiting, housing, and exploiting women by forcing them to create adult content meant to be seen on specialized websites for a cost, which would have gained them important sums of money. They also revealed that they had found 6 women who had allegedly been sexually exploited by the suspects. In footage of his arrest, Tate could be heard saying, "The Matrix has attacked," as he is escorted away by police. They are being detained for 24 hours for questioning and will appear before a judge midday today, where the decision will be made to hold or release them. More will be available in the next few hours, so of course, as always, I'll keep you guys updated.
Yeah.
It's serious.
Yeah.
And he's bold about it. Look at Freddie being messy. If Andrew has to get Diana involved, he will. Freddie, you are messy. But the guy is very arrogant. He still goes on social media up until his arrest. People would confront him about it. I have to play this. Let me play this in a minute. He basically would explain exactly what he was doing in a very smug way. Let me see if I can play this clip for you. This guy needs to be under the jail.
Take a look. From his own words, what he says.
Found this little webcam thing. I text all my girlfriends. They're all coming here to live with me and work with me. All 5 flew in. This bitch. I'm like, she's my girlfriend. She's my girlfriend. She's my girl. You're all my chick. And you're going to stay here and we're going to make some money. 3 left, 2 stayed. And we started this little webcam business from my apartment. Got to the point where at one point I had 75 women working for me in 4 locations. I had one girl and she got too drunk one day and she threw up in my apartment. I told her to clean up. She refused to clean up. Started being an idiot. So I took her stuff, threw out the window. If all the other girls see me be disrespected, they're going to lose respect for me. I didn't want to fire her, which is more reason why I had to fire her ass. Got her shit out the window, so throws her out the window. Got her by her 2 arms and marched her out the door, locked the door. Texted me, "You owe me my last month's wages. I ain't paying you nothing." She went to the police and told the police I hit her.
This is how it starts. This is how law.
Do you see how crazy that is?
Yeah.
He's
No,
explaining
he
and he's talking about it just like it's no big deal. Oh yeah, I had to slap that B.
Oh, yeah, no, he just talked about it like he had a regular job opportunity. Yeah, I had 75 employees. But
it's
not my choice.
disgusting. It's really disgusting. And all of the women that they are scarring,
that's
it's
crazy.
just crazy. Juanita says, Sharrell and Perry, thank you for your hard work. That's really sweet.
Yeah, thanks.
I mean, I don't know. He needs to be under the jail. But anyway, so today they finally start confiscating. What did I do with the article? His material things that he loves so much that he got off of women.
Yeah.
Being sleazy and nasty. He didn't even work for these things. You try to take advantage of women and then you buy the things with it. Anyway, they seized his luxury cars. They said he had 11 luxury cars. Aston Martin, a couple of Rolls Royces. He's disgusting.
Damn.
Women, I only can say this so many times. We have to be careful. Please don't become a victim. They're doing this in broad daylight. I was watching another story about 11-year-old that they were following, and when she's not paying attention, come grab you up. We've got to be careful. That's why I was so hard on Diana. This is disgusting. This is disgusting. But unfortunately, I will be covering the trial along with Bryan Kohberger. It's a mess, people. It is a
No,
mess.
that's crazy for real.
Which part?
Just all of it. A YouTuber just doing this, and then he getting a little freak show on, trying to make money down in his basement.
Can
Just
you
'cause he got a
imagine,
way of-
Perry, that you go on social media just as bold as you want, and then you're describing what's happening in your basement, and you have no shame?
No,
Like you're just that confident you're not gonna get caught?
there's no morals whatsoever. I mean, it's sick
None.
people. I mean, like the people you talked about today, it's a lot of them sick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really is.
Damn.
All right, so we don't have any callers today. This is the first time in a long time. Let's take comments, and then we are out. It really wasn't much to talk about today. Hold on, let me do this really quickly. Oh, here comes Freddie. Hey, Freddie.
Hello.
What's up, Freddie? How you doing?
Freddie, what do you guys got going on over there? Hold on, let me read this super chat really quick. He got caught because of his verbal exchange with climate activist Greta Thunberg. Oh, okay.
Damn.
Thank you. What do you got going on over there, Freddie? What do you guys got going on?
Got so much going on. I mean, we share Andrew Tate with you because he is half American as well.
Yeah.
I mean, with Andrew Tate, this isn't actually the first time he's been arrested for this, because he was arrested back in 2015 under suspicion of, sexual, assault and webcam, dodgy webcam things in dodgy flats in Luton. And the other thing with Andrew Tate is, when he first came into the public eye, he wasn't this rich person. He was known as going on Big Brother in the UK.
He was on Big Brother?
He was on Big Brother.
No!
And so my question I have is, how do you go from someone being on Big Brother, trying to get famous, trying to make money, to claiming on Piers Morgan on Uncensored that you're a billionaire? That just doesn't make sense to me. So, and the thing is that human trafficking has now become the most valuable thing in the world. It's where you can make the most money, more than gold, more than diamonds. And that is why, sadly, human trafficking is becoming a lot more popular, and probably why Andrew Tate could allegedly be involved in this.
How do you do that to somebody?
Yeah.
How do you just
They
trick
greed for
them
money.
and then sell their bodies? How would he feel if some sweaty old man was breathing on him?
Right,
This
it's
is just disgusting.
It's the greed for money, though.
Yeah.
So he's not thinking that way. He didn't have a sweaty old man on him, so he don't look at it that way. But I'm just saying, this is crazy.
Mia Thornton feels that way with G on top of her, though. So with the sweaty old man.
I miss you, Freddie. Smoke, what do you want to sound off on today? Freddie's a mess.
Well, let's talk about the Royal Rumble in Buckingham. Like, I am so here for Harry versus Prince William at WrestleMania 59, whichever one is this year. I even just saw like something on Twitter where basically in Harry's new book, he said that I think with William losing his hair, he's lost his resemblance to his mother, and it's been very like sad. Basically, he shaded the hell out of him.
Y'all are messy.
He says,
Freddie, what do y'all got going on over there?
I
Is
mean,
it
we've got
sibling
loads.
rivalry? What is
But
going
I mean,
on?
if that is Prince William's issue, I mean, he's rich enough to get a hair transplant, isn't he? So,
He is.
I can't see that being the case. I mean, at the end of the day, with Harry and Meghan, to me, I actually blame their parents. I blame Prince Charles and Thomas Markle because they raised two spoilt brats. And this is exactly what happens when you raise two people, you give them everything you want, they get what they want when they demand it. This is what happens. They demand everything. They think everything should go their way and things like that. And I actually think with both Harry and William, I think they're both as guilty as each other. All these people that are in public eyes, they play this game. Harry was talking to the press. William was going to be, having people talking to the press. I mean, and we know that Meghan definitely was, because she kept her own agents when she married into the royal family.
Okay, Freddie, this is giving me a headache. This has to stop. I can't keep up with them. What is it going to take for reconciliation? Because this is just, I can't take it.
An ass whooping.
What? No, serious smoke. What? I cannot take it. It's been going on for years now. It has to stop.
I mean, we have to remember that everyone has these issues. Just because they happen to be royal and they have money, they're not absolved from having like sibling rivalry. So I think it's just different because it's playing out on a world stage for all of us to eat our popcorn and kind of like opinion on. So I would vote. Let them get a wrestling ring, put it in the center of London, fly in Harry from LA. Bring in Prince William on some carriages and just let them duke it out for 12 rounds and then hug it out and be like, I love you, bro.
I don't think they can hug it out. He's getting really personal here. He said that King Charles asked him to take a DNA test because he wasn't sure that was his baby. What?
And then he came after his brother's hairline. Those are some fighting words.
I mean, at the end of the day, Harry can't really talk with that one. I mean, I've noticed he's been starting to lose his hair.
Have you seen it right at the top?
I'm surprised
right at the top.
He hasn't taken advantage of living in California by going to those surgeons and getting a hair transplant.
Hey, Emmanuel, sound off. What do you want to sound off on today?
Hey, guys. I'm tired of Harry and Meghan.
Ooh.
I agree with Freddie. They're spoiled. All they do is whine. I just saw on Twitter that Harry is now alleging that costume he wore, that his brother made him wear it.
Yeah.
Now, he was 20 years old. Like, how does someone force you to do that? Like, I don't know. It sounds like a lie.
True.
I agree.
Yeah. And then that Idaho story, that is so creepy. Like, and I agree with you, sure. I didn't know there were any more serial killers around, but that's crazy. But I have a question for you, Sharrell, because I noticed that you like court and all that. Did you ever consider like being a lawyer?
Me?
Yeah.
No, never.
Really?
Never. No. I just like to go in there. I don't know why I like court. Perry, something wrong with me? I like to see what really happened.
Right.
I want to hear what
basically, in short, you nosy.
No, because you don't think
hands up. I'm completely guilty of that. I love doing it. I love looking at lawsuits and things
love court.
like that. I really want to be invited to do jury service. I never have.
No, don't say that, Freddie. Don't do that. You don't want jury service.
Really interesting trial.
No, so listen, I'm going to tell your story, Perry. One time, Perry got picked for jury duty, and he was happy because he didn't want to go to work. So they called the trial within a couple days, and they had to go into deliberation. But Perry wanted to stretch it out because he wanted
Perry.
to go
No.
so funny. So they were like, "This is an open and shut case." And he goes, "Wait a minute here. Wait, this is somebody's life we're affecting." He made them go over after every single piece of evidence. And then when the weekend came, they wanted to continue going on the evidence. And he was like, "What's wrong with you people? Can't you see he's guilty?" So they could go home.
Hey, it was too close to the weekend, Smoke. And hey, you know what? I'm off all week. You know what? It's Thursday. We ain't gonna solve this shit today. But we gonna solve it. We gonna solve it as soon as we clock in the morning at the courthouse. We gonna solve it real quick so I can go home.
Oh my
and then have a pint with the lads.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's just really these stories today. How Andrew Tate looks normal. How Bryan Kohberger looks normal, and he's the real twisted. He's currently going in school for a PhD. This man is weird.
But here's the thing, Sharrell, with that most most sociopaths or psychopaths, they're highly intelligent.
That's what they say.
For the most part, like the thing I think that makes them, because they're very smart and they know they can, like, I guess, smell people or smell like fear or something to that effect, but they are very intelligent. Like, I'm calling them specimens, like they're animals, but like, like they're able to kind of just like, they're able to play on people and like get what they want and like pounce on them when they see weakness.
That's the part that's confusing. Because if you're smart enough to know if a person's strong or weak or what their vulnerabilities are, why aren't you smart enough to realize you don't take people's life? You see what I'm saying?
I think, though, that they actually, someone like Bryan Kohberger, who, in my opinion, he's got those creepy eyes. He does look quite weird, in my opinion. I think these types of psychos, they have two types of personality. So on the one hand, he can be this guy that's the student at university. And then on the one hand, he can be the psycho that's stalking and, wanting to go for the next victim. They know how to compartmentalize these people incredibly well.
Yes. And Sharrell, think of Dexter. Like, Dexter was a forensic scientist and he was murdering killers late at night. So it's just like, it's like an addiction almost for them. Like, they have this urge to, like, feed this need within themselves. Like, that's what it could be. Yeah.
So the reason they caught him was because he left the knife. Is that how he got
did you
caught?
see that?
He's not that smart then.
Left his fingerprint, not even on the knife, on the buckle.
Bruh.
Not fingerprint, DNA. So I don't know if that's a difference. But Perry, before we go, tell everybody your experience about being friends with the serial killer. When the FBI came.
No, for real. I mean, for real, you would never truly know. And I know my life is crazy, but I had a friend that was in the military with me. I don't want to say too much to her. Like, okay,
I'll tell the story.
Okay, go ahead.
Perry had this friend that, they were just friends. They worked together and they would go out to the clubs together. And he seemed really normal.
Really
According
did.
to Perry, except for one time when they came home late at night and he seen his girlfriend in the parking lot, he said he got really dark and mad, right?
Yeah.
Start cussing at her. That's the only time he scares you. But we invited him over for dinner and everything. Then one day Perry's at work and all of a sudden the FBI comes through the door and they were like, he took a woman's life and her children.
Yeah.
What?
And Perry's sitting up here breaking bread with this man, inviting him to our house.
You never knew.
Wow.
It's come across normal. And then one night he's like, hey, let's go to the club. Let's go. And I started to notice shit was crazy then too. We was in the club. You want to meet a girl? Well, there they go. And he's just getting all paranoid and shit. But then coming back, we was going past the job. And before you even approach it, you can see outside in the parking lot who's out there. He see his girlfriend. And he just his whole personality, we was having fun, changed. He went from Ronald McDonald the Clown to Jeffrey Dahmer in a matter of seconds.
Oh my God.
Everything was just weird. And I'm thinking, damn. And then I couldn't find out the things he did, you would have never known.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he was cutting up people up and eating them too?
No, not that far as eating them, but canning them. Canning them was enough for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
The FBI came into the job and Perry's like, what's going on? Who is it? It's crazy. Anyway, that's going on today, guys. Nothing too much going on. You guys heard anything good?
Tomorrow's going to be a big day for Jen Shaw. I heard that she asked the judge for a lesser sentence, but I can't wait for it. How many years do you think she's going to get?
10.
Okay. I say 15 to 20.
You said 15?
15 to 20, yeah.
What do you say, Freddie?
I'm going to be very interested to see what happens with Sharif, because there's evidence that now seems to be suggesting in the lawsuits that he may well have actually had some knowledge of this telemarketing scheme, because she actually advised Stuart Smith to message Coach for how to answer these certain questions, because Coach, as we know, was a lawyer before he became a coach.
Who was a lawyer?
Coach Shaw, Sharif.
No.
Sharif was Sharif studied law, he was a lawyer, and then he decided to pack it in and become a coach.
Here's the thing. We drag Erica Girardi through the mud because we said there's no way you could be married to Tom and not know he was doing these things. Right. Why are we giving Sharif a pass?
I'm not giving him a pass.
He knew.
I mean, I think you knew something. I'll tell you the difference, though. Erica's like, I've got all these diamonds and all this type of stuff. What about the people? What about the facts? Type thing. And Whereas Sharif, I think, is more down to earth. He's a much more humble guy.
Freddie, you're saying because he's likable, he needs to get off?
No, but no. I'm not saying Sharif deserves to get off. If there's this evidence, he definitely needs to be tried for it, and it definitely needs to be investigated. But what I'm saying about Sharif is he doesn't play this arrogance like Jen Shah does.
Right. That's true. He don't play it that way, but he don't come across as a stupid person to me neither. So anytime your wife bringing in shit, you didn't buy, and she's rolling out with these different men, something going on.
Freddie. I think he is, because I wouldn't marry a psycho like Jen Shah personally.
But Freddie, here's the thing with him, like, as a black man, if he's getting some stuff, he ain't going to talk about it. You know what you should pay attention to? Watch all the old episodes of Salt Lake City. Look at his shoes. Is he wearing some like $60 sneakers, or is he wearing some red bottom Louboutins?
That's the key. That's how you're going to find out.
Yes, check out his kicks. His kicks will tell you everything.
They might have been faked ones, as obviously when they raided the Shah's chalet, they found that a lot of the designer stuff was actually fake.
So this is what I'm going to do. I have not followed the season. I've watched it, but I have not covered it just because I only watched it when I felt like it, so I wasn't consistent. But I'm going to report what happens to Jen tomorrow. So if she gets found guilty, or they sentence her tomorrow. Wait, how's it going to go down, Freddie? Is she going to be gone in handcuffs that day?
No, I don't think. I'm not sure 100% because obviously different states have different laws. I'm from England, so I think there are different laws in the UK as to how that works. But I don't think she goes to the actual prison straight away. Now, I believe the prison that Jen will be going to is the same prison that both Martha Stewart and Teresa Giudice went to. It's this one in Connecticut. I can't remember the exact name of it, but it will apparent. I mean, a lot of top lawyers in the US are saying that they believe it's highly likely Jen will go to this specific prison. And I think it will be something like in 60 or 90 days or something like that.
She should go that day. That's what they did to Tory Lanez.
I mean, I think it's different states have different laws how they deal with it. So I'm going to be very interested to see how quick she will be sent to prison.
And also,
Sharrell, everybody on the panel said at least a decade. No one's giving her like 5 years, 3 years. No,
I mean, how arrogant was Jen and this rubbish lawyer she's got to think that she could get away? I mean, Jen has actually scuppered her own chances at this trial. She tried to be a smartass. She's tried to go, oh, I'm innocent and things like that. And then she's been trying to argue and discredit people and things like that. And now there's also evidence coming out that Jen might have had an affair with Coach. Well, we heard rumors about
I've seen that too. Yeah.
You heard that?
I seen something like that, but I was like, nah.
Wait, what? No, stop. Are you serious?
So basically there was a woman that's done a statement, and this woman's husband was having the affair with Jen Shah.
Oh my God.
Allegedly.
You said this woman
got a restraining order on against Jen because apparently Jen was like threatening her and all of this type of stuff.
I seen that today. That came out today. I seen that letter. That's crazy.
Yeah, Smoke. He said the woman's husband was sleeping.
Oh, I thought you said I heard woman and woman. I was like, with all that aggression.
No.
I mean, I can see it. She Layla Ali, that girl this season on South Lake. She was scared to talk.
Yeah, it was a mess. And I think Salt Lake is over. Have you heard the rumors about Mary?
Is she coming
back? She
might
come back. Yeah.
No, I'm hearing that she's not coming back. Bravo did try and convince her. They did talk about it. But I've seen it on Instagram. I've heard it from a reliable person I know that's in Salt Lake City that has told me that, Mary's basically refusing to come back because she's very worried about all the stuff about the church and all those like more allegations coming out and that's probably what would happen if she's going to be
Exactly.
on the show.
Meredith
I'm
wanted her to
hearing
come
that
back,
they're
right?
looking at bringing Dana on as a full-time housewife, which I think is a good idea. So yeah.
What did you say, Emmanuel, really quickly?
Oh, I was gonna say I think Meredith wanted her to come back, right? She wanted Mary
She
Cosby.
did, yeah.
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 And
No, she
Meredith
can't
should
come
try
back.
and convince her. But Meredith should try and convince her husband to live in the same state as her.
Right. She can't
I
even do
know.
that.
Remember how much fun we had, Freddie,
Don't mess
exposing
with
him?
Seth.
Oh my God, Meredith, she really does not like me either.
Still?
Meredith, yeah, I'm hated by quite too many people, actually.
Let it go, Meredith. It's just our job. It
No,
was so fun.
she hasn't blocked me, but yeah, I mean there are rumors about her husband swinging both ways. He doesn't live with her.
What?
He
Freddie, who told you this? What?
There's
Freddie!
loads of rumors out there for ages.
No, you did not hear that.
Sharrell, the English tea is hot today.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Freddie, don't say that. You heard that?
And like, even if you look on his LinkedIn, and he even mentioned on the show that he's basically mainly lives in Chicago and she lives in Salt Lake City. And having actually had a look on his LinkedIn, his job is based in Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
Wow. Mm.
So for me, things like this add light to these rumors, I'm afraid.
Oh, Lord.
Freddie, I can't wait till Beverly Hills come on so we can take him on again. I miss you.
Oh, New Jersey, I've got tea on that as well.
I'm going to cover New Jersey.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're going to cover New Jersey.
But
Anyway,
I
guys, I'm
wanted
going
to
to
say
go
with
wrap
Bonji-
this up.
Yeah. Oh, but Bonji's right with Andrew Tate in her comment there. And allegedly, he also owned that site that took advantage of vulnerable men to get them to send nudes, and then he'd blackmail them, allegedly.
Damn.
Wow.
Freddie! Oh my gosh. That's so good. Listen, I'm going to cover the Tate case. I'm going to do the Idaho case. And Jen Shaw, I'm going to come on tomorrow. A special dedicated hour and a half. We're going to talk about it, okay? All right, guys. Thank you for calling in. I appreciate it.
Take care.
You're very
everyone.
welcome.
Bye,
Thanks,
guys.
Bye, guys. Take care. All right, so there we have it. Quiet day today. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section about Andrew Tate. You guys, please be careful, women. They are taking women in broad daylight. They are just coming up and just following you and just scooping you up and putting you in a van or in a car that we just seen. It's just disgusting.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Anyway, you guys don't forget to click that like button on your way out. Perry, thanks for working with me today. I know you were tired. Thank you, Bonji, for the super chats. You don't have to support the channel, and you do, so I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. On 3, Perry, let's say bye. 1, 2, 3. Bye, guys.
Everybody.